My favorite thing about Shopify is how easy it is to track all of my inventory that I have in stock. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in the feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/pretty.
Welcome back to another episode of Pretty Not Smart with your host.
You're supposed to present it. And Louie, aka the baddest perra. And Addy!
He's back!
Yeah.
I forgot the
What took
words.
you so long, Addy?
I was hibernating.
Back by popular demand, we have Adriana Lima. We love having Addy on the podcast.
We do. It's my favorite, Addy.
Honestly, I feel so honored. I really love coming.
I get scared to like asking sometimes, you guys, because I'm like, pobre Adam, he's gonna get annoyed of us.
He's like, again.
I know, but
No, I feel like I love it, and then
And then I hate it.
it's like love-hate relationship.
once I leave, I regret it.
For real, I'm like, actually, all of our episodes with Addy are so much longer, but he makes us cut out so much.
Like, they're actually like 3 hours, but we have to cut it out.
No, I feel like at this point, you guys, it's gotten to like where when Addy comes, it's more of like you're part of the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, it's not so much like, here's another like guest.
You know what I feel like it's like? Like, you know how we, Andrea.
Yeah, very
Like
that.
our third, you know?
Yeah.
That's Addy.
I'm your third eye.
So give us, we want to call the podcast something when Addy comes.
Like the special segment.
Because we already said Andrea is the not in pretty not smart. But like when we have Addy, what should we call it? Yoatzi said pretty not smart and blonde.
That's cute.
But he's
like-
not always blonde.
Yeah, what are we gonna say when you're back to being a brunette?
Well, after this bleach, pretty smart and bold.
We all come pelones with him.
Pelone or all those candies.
Pelon candy. We're all squishing Addy. We're
Bitch, should I grow out your hair? We're like,
that's how we make it grow out.
I know, all my roots.
bitch. For today's episode, we are going to be talking about mother.
It's mother time.
We all start telling them shit.
Do you guys have a really funny mother's joke?
No.
Wait, I think I do.
Let's talk about mother.
Mine was like my go-to in high school or like middle school was always like your mom's chest hair from Mean Girls.
Yeah.
Like
Your
if
mom's
somebody would
chest
like
hair.
just tell me some shit, I'd just be like your mom's chest hair, and people would be like, "Bitch," because I feel like it would always catch people off guard.
Yeah, like they never expected
Yeah.
like your mom's chest hair.
Or they'd be like, "Hey Louie, where'd you get this or that?" I'm like, your mom's chest hair.
Yeah,
It's
I'd
just
be like, your
funny.
mom's house.
Mine, I feel like, all right, I won't try to make it about me. No, I like the one, it's also from that movie, but it's the one where she's like, your mom's so dumb, she went to Dr. J for a pap smear.
That's not from Mean Girls.
No, white chick.
White chick.
Oh, well, your mom's chest hair is
Oh,
from
yeah.
Mean Girls.
Oh, yeah.
Louis
then
would
she's
always
like-
do the one in America.
Oh, yeah. Only in America. That was funny. But going back, we didn't even say what the fuck we were talking about.
Oh, yeah.
Today we are going to be talking about conspiracy theories.
I'm scared.
I know. I love conspiracies because I loved having conversations where it's like mindfuck moments.
Yes.
Like I love hearing people's thoughts and opinions on them. I love hearing which ones people find interesting. And it just, I feel like they're always convos that like open up the mind a little bit.
You're like, whoa.
To like think of like actual theory, but also just think of like different possibilities and shit. Where like me and Yoatzi did one a while back because you guys requested it. It was actually one of my favorite ones that we've done. So thanks to y'all for like having us do that category and subject. And we talked about some really good ones. So
I think it was the last one we did, huh?
I think it's the first and the last
Yeah.
one we did.
Whatever we did, it was good. It was juicy.
Yeah. So we each have 2 conspiracies.
We have two. Yeah. I'm excited to hear Addie's.
Me too. And we
I want
also
to get in your brain.
we want to hear y'all's thoughts and opinions
Yes.
on these conspiracies that we talk about. And just remember, everything we say is allegedly. Eh? But before we continue, Yoatzi, do you have your dumbass fact of the moment?
Yes. May
What?
reminded me of a really good one.
What?
Did you see the story about the angelfish?
Oh, yes.
Angelfish.
Wait, isn't it an angel? Oh, that's like...
Oh, angler.
I was like, angelfish.
I'm pretty now smart. The anglerfish. Well, first of all, I didn't know those pescados were real.
You didn't know? that?
The
No.
ones that had the little light bulb.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because they have a little light bulb. So I thought they were fake. Like I thought it was
Like
Donde
a
Sale
mythical.
Finding Nemo. So I thought it was like a little fictional character vibe.
Yeah.
But then I remember a few years ago I did see that they were real, and I was like, "Ew, they're so scary." But anyway,
She eats it?
the fun fact, if you didn't know, was that the anglerfish is actually like super
Yes.
fucking tiny.
I saw
That
that.
tripped me
Like
out.
your man's beetle. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, really, Alex? I expected more from you.
So tiny. I literally thought that bitch was like massive.
Me, like I always thought like it could eat us.
Yes,
like I
I
just
thought it was
imagined a
big.
big old fish.
I saw the
Yeah.
TikTok where it was like the fish is rising from the bottom of the ocean, and it looked huge.
Uh-huh.
And then I saw
Yeah.
another one. The guy was like all big next to it.
Yo, with the camera and it's
So
just
small.
there.
Yeah. I actually saw a comment on it that was like, because you know how those fishes, según, they never like come up to the surface and shit.
Yeah.
People were like, well, how do you guys know they don't really come up to the surface if they're that fucking tiny? Like thinking about like, because the further you try to look out or down into the ocean, it gets darker and darker and darker. But I'm like, if they're really that fucking tiny, what are the chances of like us seeing them? Or even,
That's true.
because it's like you said, if you're we all thought they were big ass pescados.
Yeah.
So like if I were to ever go in the ocean and I was looking for a fucking angler fish, I'd be looking for something big. And if I saw something small, I'd be like,
tiny.
that's not gonna be right. But I'm like,
Like tadpole.
yeah, it's literally tiny.
Yeah.
But it also kind of helped because I told you guys that I have that fear of like the ocean.
Yeah.
Kind of helped with my fear because that's one of those animals that like really grosses me out. But I was like, oh wait, they're that small, then like
I'm
eat
still
it.
scared.
I know.
It looks like a little poop.
Ew,
No, I still don't like the bottom of the ocean.
Yeah.
Just thinking about all the stuff that's down there. That's fucking
I
scary.
want to know more about those fish though.
Me too.
Well, then go down there.
Like I want to get a fish tank at home and then just put one in there.
Oh my god, tell me why I want a fish tank so it's because I find like the ocean and fishies so interesting and beautiful to look at. I want like a salt
Like an
tank,
aquarium?
Did you guys know all of me like growing up? I had a fish tank.
Really?
Yeah, and
Really?
my dad would always have like a goldfish in there. But one time I was home alone with one of my friends, and we were like, I don't know what we were doing, but he got on my counter, and I like pushed him, and his hip cracked my bowl, my fish bowl, and my fish was like big.
Tsunami.
Yeah, literally, and I was like, and all my couch got wet, and like basically my tank cracked and my fish died.
Oh, that's sad. Make that friend buy you a new one.
I know. My parents were so mad. Because
Was
I
it a-
tried like hiding it and cleaning it up.
Yeah.
Bitch, all broken.
I know. So I literally like when they got home there was nothing there and I was like
I hope they didn't know.
and I was
it.
like,
I
where's the
didn't
fish tank? And I was like, I don't know. That's a
It left.
conspiracy.
That's a conspiracy. No, I have a really sad story about fishes.
About our fishes.
Yeah. So basically, when we were little, we had this big old fish tank.
Yeah, it
like
was massive.
how big was it? Like
Well, we
12
had like
feet.
over 20 fishies in there.
Yeah,
We
and
had a lot.
And my mom had some little goldfish that she got when they were like little tiny goldfish, and they had gotten so big, like big. I didn't even know goldfish could get that big. It was a really massive tank, and we had little turtles and shit.
Yeah, turtles. We had koi fish in there. It was huge. We had little sharks.
Oh yeah, we did. We would like always go to like mythical creatures. The whole fucking house in there.
Our tank was the bottom of the ocean.
I know. No, and
You like sold tickets.
to where we would go see
the aquarium.
At that point, we fucking should have.
We're like, come.
Yeah, my mom had like all these filtros and like it was like this huge, well taken care of aquarium basically. And this one time we were going to Disneyland, and my mom paid one of my uncles. She was like, "Can I pay you to just go and give him food, please?"
Like every day, just go sprinkle a little bit of food.
And she was like, "Look, you just get a little handful, you drizzle it in there, and like call it good."
Yes.
So he was like, "Okay, pretty easy." So my mom paid my uncle to go do that.
Pinche tío huevón.
We come back. Tell me why. First of all, the tank was all red and black and just
dark
you couldn't
and
see
nasty.
shit. And my mom was like, "What the fuck?"
Like, where are the fish?
Bitch, she grabs like the little one of those little scoops that you get to like get little fishies.
Yeah, the nets.
The nets.
Bitch, it was nothing but guts and blood and like just murder scene.
Traumatizing.
Oh my God.
So my fucking huevón ass uncle, Aaron. I don't even know what uncle it was, so I'm sorry.
I do.
But basically, this fucking dumbass thought that he was like, "Do I really have to be coming here to feed the fish
every day?"
So he's like, "Let me just take the money and let me just dump a shit ton of food in there." So the thing with fish is, if y'all didn't know this, is that fish don't really have the ability to tell when they're like
they're full, when to stop eating.
So basically, because he dumped a bunch in there, basically because he dumped so much in there, he thought they were gonna be like, "Oh, I'm full. I'll just leave it for the next days." They overate so much that all of our fishies basically exploded. Their guts, because they ate so much, exploded.
Yeah.
And
it
was so sad, and my mom
was crying. It's because we had some of these goldfish for years.
We had
she beat his ass?
She fucking basically murdered him.
Yeah, we have his guts now.
Yeah.
They were like,
in a fish tank.
we're like, "Why aren't you swimming?"
No, literally.
That
was so
story.
sad.
That's scary. That is sad.
Yeah.
And I don't think we've had like an aquarium like that
Since then. Yeah, we were
Neither
all
my
like,
mom. She was so sad. She was like, "Yeah."
Yeah, so thanks for that, Mr. English.
So don't get fish.
Yeah, fish.
I
Our
just
friends.
be fish.
Nah, we're like,
For real,
we're little fishies.
But who wants to start with their conspiracy?
Not me. Not I.
You're starting.
Addie's starting because he didn't touch his nose.
You start picking it.
He's like,
I'll
"Here's
show
a
you a conspiracy."
The big one.
This is actually my brain.
It's tiny.
He's like, "How do you think it got here?"
It's like
Okay.
a little bit of blood.
Can we do 111 and another 111?
Yeah.
So my first 111 is so this one hits close to home.
Okay.
Because I deal with it a lot. So I deal with seasonal allergies.
Oh, okay.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Okay, and I saw this on TikTok. It's a legend.
Okay.
It's a legend that so you know how there's male and female trees? Mm-hmm. Did you guys know that?
I didn't know that.
I just found that out.
Like they have a meadow and a
Basically.
vagina.
Uh-huh.
How do you know
me-
which one's which?
Well, female trees supposedly are the ones that grow all the fruit.
Mm-hmm.
What?
Yes. So it's a conspiracy that the government allegedly has purposefully put out more male trees because male trees produce more pollen. And during allergy season, so look, male trees produce more pollen and the female trees absorb that pollen.
Okay.
So because there's not as many female trees as male trees, there's just random pollen being spread out into the fucking universe.
Oh.
Causing allergy season to be insane for people to go to the doctor, spend hella money, buy over-the-counter medicine to control their allergies.
Yeah.
So essentially to make people more sick so
And
they can spend more money at the pharmacy.
But it's also supposedly allegedly, because I've heard that, like what Addie just said. But it's also because, you know how we have trees everywhere, like in common areas, like when we're walking around in the street and stuff.
Yeah.
But those are all male trees because they don't
Why
produce
do men always
frutas.
rule the world?
No, but those are the trees that don't produce like frutas or nothing like
They're
that.
just like plain Jane trees.
And those trees are the ones that where the little bees will go drop off the pollen and stuff, but the tree doesn't absorb it because it doesn't produce frutas and shit.
Oh, eso está suelto.
Yeah, so they say that they purposely only plant male trees so that fruits and shit aren't free to the public. So that a huevo, all the female trees are like only like in farms and shit, so that they pick them and then they sell them to us.
Yeah,
that's why you can't like, you never find a. And then I thought about it, I was like, we never see like just trees that are like producing like fruit or
that
nothing.
always like mind boggles me because I'm like, dude, you can solve such a quick issue. What? He's judging me.
Dumbass.
No. It always like fucked with my brain that it's like, you know, we can literally just plant fruit trees like all over the like where we live, anywhere that there's a fucking male tree all boring, put a female tree and it's gonna have fruit and everybody can just grab fruit and
like
everybody
it's just basic necessity, just fruit.
And it's just fucking fruit.
Yeah,
you know.
But it's like the 2-1 for like the allergies for us who are like and dying, and then there's the one where it's like no free fruit,
That's
crazy.
stupid.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Okay. And then I also was reading. This is everything I saw on TikTok. I was reading that it's not really a conspiracy. It's more of like an unknown fact. Like that's really what they do. Like they purposefully don't put these female trees in certain places. One with the fruit is like a whole different other conspiracy. But then also because they want you to spend more money on allergy shit.
That makes sense. You know what also is like that? Antidepressants. The medication. So antidepressants, and I know because I was on them, right?
Yeah.
They're supposed to help you, make you feel better.
Yeah.
But in order to like, once you get used to the antidepressant, in order to function, unless you're ready to like let go of them, you have to basically be on them for the rest of your life, unless you're ready to get off of them. So they say that they do that to keep you hooked on a medication, so you're constantly paying the pharmacy. And it's like, it's kind of hard to get off of antidepressants. Like once you're on them, it's like really, really difficult to get off of them. And then also, for whatever reason, antidepressants sometimes make you sicker instead of making you better. So that's why a lot of people hop antidepressant, like they switch. Because they're like, this is making me feel like fucking shit. I need to find a different one. And they're like switching medication, but it's like, it's just making you worse, not really better.
That's scary. And that's the thing with like a lot of things.
Allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
A lot of people will be scared.
But that's like the thing with like so many like diseases and sicknesses and all this, that people are like, the government allegedly doesn't give us like a cure or anything because it's just money. Like
They
as
wanna
much
keep
as
us sick.
like as much as we want to be like they're here for us, it's like it's the world is ran by money. And why would they get rid of something that makes them so much money?
Well, you know what? I think also the whole tree thing, I feel like that might just be true in the United States, like just in this area.
Why?
Because a lot of people, I've heard a lot of people that are from Mexico or other countries don't have allergies up until they come to the United States and they start growing allergies. That happened to my mom and two of my uncles that lived in Mexico for a majority of their life. And then they didn't even know allergies was a thing until they moved to the United States.
Or I don't know, because actually mine and Addie's allergies were really ugly when we were in Mexico.
But that might be because of the fumes, not
And
the
also,
pollen.
It might have been because I'm really allergic to like mold in the air.
That might be
Or
the
like
fumes.
what's the other? Mountain cedar. Mountain cedar.
is that?
It's
What's
like
that?
a different type of seasonal allergy.
Okay, because I'm just allergic to pollen.
Yeah.
Pollen?
But mine was nothing compared to Addie's.
Yeah.
Addie's was fully like bloodshot red eyes. Like it literally looked like I got limes and
Dude.
went like this to his eyes. He couldn't even open them. He was
My
like,
seasonal
my
allergy.
gosh.
So it's funny that you mentioned that because whenever I lived in Texas, they were insane. Like I
They were
remember one
worse?
time- yes, I remember one time I got a package at my door, and I had let it sit out like because I wasn't home or anything. I let it sit, and I guess like it was like windy or whatever, so all the wind was throwing all the pollen, mountain cedar, caca on the fucking box. So when I got home, I was so excited to get the package. I was like, "Big on my package!" So I had it right here, and I guess all the shit was like, bitch. I felt like I had like literally got in 2 cotton balls and was like all over my eyes. And they swelled up. Even my lips were like all fucking puffy.
Bitch.
Dude, it was so bad. I know.
Oh, shit.
So in Texas, they were a lot worse. But when I moved out here, they kind of calmed down.
They calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate allergies. It's literally like such an annoying feeling, and my eyes burn. And
I feel like I've never gotten them, but sometimes I feel sick, and then Alex will be like, I think you have allergies, like really randomly. But I can't tell them apart because they both feel like shit. Like a cold and allergies feel so similar to me.
I got it from my mommy.
That's
My mom got horrible allergies.
Okay, should we go to the next one?
Yeah, who's next? Go.
I'll go.
Okay.
Mine isn't as intense as Addie's, but it's also intense.
Okay, so not intense, but intense.
Okay,
Cute.
I like this one. Okay. Did you guys have an imaginary friend growing up?
I don't think I did.
No.
No?
No.
Like you never played with someone talking by yourself, a loquito?
I would definitely play with my toys, but I didn't know I didn't see them as like
That was like more like your imagination.
Yeah.
You pretend playing.
My
like,
conscience.
Yeah.
Yeah, you pretend playing.
But not an imaginary ghost.
Remember I told you that I legit had an imaginary friend?
Yeah, I hated
And I can
that.
still remember exactly what she looked like.
Ew.
Oh my God.
Yeah, she looked very like tomboy vibes.
I bet she was me in a wig.
No, let me describe her to you how I would always see her every single day.
Look over there.
She's our guest.
She has a knife.
I know.
She was morenita.
No.
She had dark black hair, and she always had it in like a little half up, half down. And then I remember her always wearing some sort of like a brown flannel. It was like a flannel, and I think like black pants, but very tomboyish vibes. But I don't like, I can see her still in my brain, but that's like all the details I remember from her. And I started seeing my imaginary friend when I want to say when we were in Jefferson.
That was Julie then.
No. Bitch.
She's all chola with a flannel.
Not chola, just tomboyish. But she was definitely older than me.
No.
I remember I was probably like around five when I started seeing her and talking to her, and she was definitely like 15. Yeah, well, whatever. I had this imaginary friend, and I remember always talking to her, and it was always in the same room. It was always in my parents' room upstairs where I would hang out with her. And I even remember my tia Lili, the one that we were in Mexico with. One time, I was talking to my imaginary friend. We were having a conversation about, I don't know what the fuck. And my tia walked in on me. And my tia was like, hija, ¿con quién estás hablando? And I was like, no one. But it was my imaginary friend. The conspiracy here is that allegedly imaginary friends aren't imaginary friends, they're ghosts.
No shit.
Because, and it made me scared because for the longest time I was like, no, that's an imaginary friend, bitch. Like, I 100% believed it. But I started looking into the conspiracy that they're saying, no, they're probably ghosts because when you're a little kid, and this is like, I feel like everybody knows this, when kids are so innocent in their head that I feel like their mind is open to like another universe. Like they're able to see more things, hear more things that adults, because our minds are so fucking polluted with everything else that we can't necessarily see.
Yeah.
Or like
so pure.
Yeah, like animals too, you know, they see all those like scary things.
Yeah.
And for like a kid, they might see a ghost. That's why I feel like in movies too, they're always like, I see dead people. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel like little kids can always like see that stuff. So yeah, if you had an imaginary friend growing up, that probably was a ghost and not an imaginary friend.
I don't like that one.
That one's a little scary just because I had one.
That was.
And remember, Louie, me and Louie have talked about that house, how we experienced a lot of paranormal activity in that house growing up. So I'm like, fuck, dude. Who the fuck was that?
Was a ghost, not an imaginary puta.
But she never. She never did anything scary. I just remember she would talk to me and we'd like play.
But do you think it was a ghost from like the house or like?
It had to be like a
I think from the house.
That's insane.
Because I don't know if you watched our previous podcast when we talked about this, but that house, ahí vivía una, like a bruja, I want to say, or like a curandera. And she would do
But she
witchcraft.
would do, yeah, it wasn't curandera, man.
No, she would do witchcraft in the room next to that,
Oh.
that room. So, but yeah, my imaginary friend wasn't mean or anything.
Yeah, I was going to say, because not all ghosts are mean.
Yeah, not all ghosts are mean. Maybe she was just lost. But that's just fucking scary.
Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah, I remember, I always felt a little left out.
Because you don't have one?
Yeah, well, I would watch like, what was that one show? Foster's Home of Imaginary Friends. So I was like, I want one.
Blue.
And I wanted like fucking fairy godparents and shit.
Oh, I don't want fairy godparents.
You had some?
You're like, fairy goose.
I love that show.
He had a babysitter yelling at him, Adam, go clean up.
So I always wanted one, but I didn't get lucky.
My favorite thing about Shopify is how easy it is to track all of my inventory that I have in stock. As you guys know, I have merch, and I just love how easy it is to keep track of what I have, what I already sold, and it categorizes it in colors and sizes. It makes running my inventory so much easier. Nobody does selling better than Shopify, home of the #1 checkout on the planet, meaning way less carts going abandoned and way more sales going. So if you're into growing your business, your commerce platform better be ready to sell wherever your customers are scrolling or strolling. On the web, in your store, in the feed, and everywhere in between. Upgrade your business and get the same checkout uses. Sign up for your $1 per month trial period at shopify.com/pretty, all lowercase. Go to shopify.com/pretty to upgrade your selling today. Shopify.com/pretty.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all decide. 1 or 2?
I want to say 1.
Yeah.
1. Alex, flip me off, you guys.
What? Please.
Is it scary? Y'all forgot it.
Is it alien?
No, that's Louie's nose.
That's a theory. There was this one. It was so random. It was on a YouTube video.
I don't remember what it was.
I don't remember if it was a YouTube video or a picture, but somebody was left a comment. They're like, "This is so random, but I feel like Louie's nose looks like the alien emoji." And then I think I had like shown Yoatzi and I put like an alien emoji over my nose, and I was like, "It kind of does."
And we were like comparing it side by side.
But it was funny because I was like,
I'm trying to see.
it was just funny because I was like, that's like a weird thought to have. Like, just be like, have you ever thought of your nose looks like the alien emoji? Like, I don't know. It was so random.
We're like, what the fuck?
She unlocked a memory. That was my conspiracy.
That was funny.
I'm like, I have a little mini alien. Just kidding.
He'll take his nose off.
Comes alive at night.
That's nasty.
Okay. So we're kind of basically going the route of my conspiracy.
Aliens.
Not necessarily aliens, but I want to know y'all's thoughts. I want to know y'all's thoughts, but also y'all's thoughts on this. What are your guys' thoughts on reptilian human beings?
Ew, Kim Kardashian.
Like, do you guys believe that that's real, fake, possibility, or just like made up as fuck? I want to know before I fully dive into this.
I feel like it's kind of true, allegedly, just because of the movie Men in Black.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Because if you guys have never seen Men in Black, you're missing out. But in the
No, they're
Addie,
so good.
what the fuck?
I love
Never
them.
seen
Get out. Okay, in the first Men in Black movie, they show how the Men in Black facility is kind of like the immigration portal. So when aliens come visit the planet, they have to go through MIB, Men in Black, and they have to like report where they're going, where they're staying, and they give them a costume. Like they'll give them like a human skin basically. And so they're like,
so they can walk the earth.
they have to transform into like a human so they can live amongst us while they're visiting us.
Oh my God, what if I'm an alien? I'm like, I never watched that movie.
I know.
His eyes are like,
I'm like,
We all unzip him.
screw
You
my
have to
head.
watch those movies.
it's very like
pretty-
that. Yeah.
Really?
Like,
No, they unzip each other and like,
yeah.
yeah.
They're
You
like,
have to watch it.
Yeah, right.
No, literally. It's really sickening. So I feel like in a way that might be true. Not necessarily that there's a facility where they like check in, but I feel like maybe aliens have the ability to morph into humans.
But we're talking about reptiles, not aliens.
Okay,
Two different
well,
things.
the same thing.
Okay,
What
but
about
I need an example. Like, are you talking about like a half human, half lizard type thing?
I'm talking about full on like lizard people, reptilian, who basically, they basically cover their identities as pretend humans.
Oh wow!
Like I could be a fucking lizard, but you wouldn't know, and only I know.
Little neck. I know.
I'm like,
What are there's been so many celebrity captures that they've captured.
well, let me get into it.
Guy want to give him an
He's
example.
already all talking about my theory. So basically, the conspiracy is that there are reptilians within among us who are hiding their true identity as pretending to be humans. And their goal is to take over and rule the world. And
So lizards want to take over.
so basically they say that their goal is to take over all of the high power world controlling positions like the White House, allegedly.
So like government positions.
Government positions to like really take over. And there's a lot of different reasons as to where that conspiracy started. But I remember back then, not so much now, there were a lot of like alleged videos of like certain celebrities who would like have like little glitch moments where they would like almost look like reptilians. Like I think there was one with, was it Justin Bieber with the eyes? Or who was that one?
I don't remember.
If we can find them, we'll post them on Pretty Not Smart Instagram. But I think there was one, it was either Justin Bieber or Katy Perry. One of them was basically doing an interview and then they like kind of blink and you can see almost like a third eyelid.
Yes.
Where like, you know how like some turtles or something, you can see their eyelid kind of like.
Yeah.
It was something like that. And then they like look away and they blink again and their eyes are like normal again.
Yeah.
And then recently Kim Kardashian did her costume for Halloween where she was like a reptilian.
Yeah.
And people were like taking it as two things. People were like, she's obviously kind of giving us a sign like, ha ha he he.
I'm
like,
a reptile.
Yeah, like very
Like
much,
mocking it.
Like mocking it. But then there was also people being like, or she could just be doing it to like literally be mocking it. Like, y'all fucking call me a lizard anyways. So
Yeah.
like, you know? So some people are like, there's some truth behind it. But some people are like, she's probably just doing it to like fuck around with us. But people also were like, but it's just like it was a random weird costume to choose.
Yeah.
Because it's like usually when you go do costumes, you do something like a character or something like that. But people were like, why a reptilian? Like,
Out of everything.
and it was expensive. Like her doing that like reptilian costume and stuff was like really expensive. So people were like, is she trying to give us a sign? Is
That's
she
her
like,
real skin.
I imagine it wasn't even a costume.
I know. She was like,
She all came
right.
out for real.
She's like doing on Get Ready With Me.
Like,
for
this is your
real.
Kim Kardashian.
she turns around, there's still a big butt.
She has a big old butt anyway.
For real.
Or maybe it's her tail. She tucks it and that's why her ass
Man.
is so cute.
Man, we're all adding to the
It's full of
conspiracy.
I know.
secrets.
Then I'm definitely a reptilian. That's good.
You're
But-
hiding your tail.
I was like really looking into it, and I remember there was this one reason as to why it quote unquote started. There was like this one guy. I might butcher this a little bit, so don't quote me word for word. But basically, there was this one guy who was writing about a royal family, and he was describing them and how they're like just full of themselves and like all they care about is themselves and very just like high power people and that they ruled whatever they were from. And he referred to them as reptilians.
Huh.
And that's where like allegedly the rumors started. He was like he basically was like, these reptilians with crowns, blah 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 blah.
What the heck?
But then some people were like, well, it's in the book and that's how he talked about them. They're like, but we don't know if it was like a figurative language kind of thing.
Like a nickname that he gave them?
or just
almost?
kind of like I don't know, just like something he was calling or referring to them as, but not literally.
Yeah.
But that's one way that I saw. And then there's also some other cases where like there's been people, a guy who killed, I believe, one of his kids. And when he killed them and they like interviewed him, he said that it's because his kid was a reptilian.
Ooh.
And he was like, allegedly.
That could be him going crazy though.
And then there was another case though of another guy who killed both his kids because he said he had to stop them from taking over and that they were reptilians.
Oh my God.
That's
So
insane.
it's just like weird because it's like they could be going like Cocoa for Cocoa Puffs, but I was like, that's such like a weird.
Thing
Then,
to say.
but then also it could be that this person was just way too into conspiracies and they were like,
They were like crying, sounding like a little like reptile, and he was like,
I know, it was like,
He's like reptiles.
yeah, but I don't know how I feel about that one. Like I would more likely believe aliens like hiding themselves as humans to rule the world. But like just the reptilian one, I know it's a very popular one, but the reptilian one just seems a little harder for me to believe.
What if this is very like pushing it? But what if, you know how we evolved supposedly from like changuitos and like cavemen and stuff like that? What if there was like a genetic, ¿cómo se dice? Mutation, like a genetic mutation. And what if, you know, there's like a big chunk of the population that did descend from like monkeys or from like cavemen and stuff like that. But in somewhere in there was a genetic mutation where lizards started evolving into humans. Like one lizard or two lizards. They're like,
well, you're not too way off because some people say that these lizard humans are connected to dinosaurs.
yeah.
what the heck?
So it's like,
I've
yeah,
heard that.
like now
So
that you're
like
saying like
evolution, like they
apes or
evolved?
monkeys, so it's like something like that into like humans.
See, that I can kind of believe more.
Yeah.
Like that there's like some sort of like lizard that was like superior and was able to evolve into like a human form almost.
Because it's one of those.
I'm like, I'm one of them.
Just kidding. No, it's one of those where like the more you start speaking, like it sounds really crazy when you first say it, but then like the more you start speaking about it, it's like, because like again, knock on wood, what is it, allegedly, and like all the other FDA approved legal terms, like the Illuminati.
I'm gonna leave.
Well, it's just like how they say that like, there's like the Illuminati and there's people in the Illuminati who like run like, you know, LA or Hollywood or just like all these like higher up celebrities and stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, what if that's like also a thing, but like with the reptilians?
With the reptilians, and that's why they want to be elite.
Yeah.
They're like
That's
smart.
scary.
Or
They're, like, really
or
smart.
there's like certain like, I don't know if this is true, if it was just from a movie, I don't remember, but there was like this one thing where like people would become royalty based off of the blood that they had.
Oh, I think that was just like back in the day. To become a royal, you had to have royal blood.
Or something like, but like not like, oh, like my mommy birthed me, I have royal blood. No, it's more like you
Like they
had
actually
like,
check their blood.
it's like you had some sort of different DNA kind of like blood. I could be just getting this from a movie, you guys, so don't quote me on this and don't fucking like put me in a book. But it's like, what if some humans are a little different? They didn't fully evolve from apes and they're lizards.
No, they're definitely, well, I mean, humans are definitely, there's a bunch of like different kinds of humans. So we're all different shapes and colors. That's why I'm saying that I kind of do believe that one more. Like that we evolved. Some people, not me, Some people, I was saying some of us. Some people might have evolved from lizards. And then, you know, what's that one theory? Something selection. Something selection. Oh my
Natural
God.
selection?
Natural selection.
What is that?
Natural selection is basically like during evolution, there was certain things that were selected and kept so that certain species could keep evolving. And if you didn't evolve due to natural selection, your species would die.
Yeah.
So what if like that lizard species just became like superior and was able to keep evolving and was like, ooh, the humans are the ones that are making it. So let's evolve into humans.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's
That was the good one.
like bringing it up
thinking.
again. I'm like, it sounds kind of crazy. So let me know what you guys think, or if there's other proof out there. Because the one thing that knocks it right off the books for me, and I keep it as a conspiracy, is the fact that there's no like, at least from what I've seen, no actual proof.
Yeah.
Besides those videos of like the The
That's why it's a conspiracy theory.
Yeah, the conspiracy, so it's not a true fact.
And it's allegedly.
Yeah. Allegedly.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I'm like,
You're all one of them.
I keep you like in a large ass like tank.
you're like, you have to feed me like little rat.
I throw you like a big old piece of meat.
Laudo's just there to like make sure he's okay. He's in
He's like,
Honey's like,
he calls you. He got out again.
I know.
you have like chains on your door.
I look for you on the ceiling.
At midnight, I'm like,
I'm like,
he doesn't even faze me.
every time we like start recording, I have to give him like a little treat. So he doesn't eat me.
Every time I go film it, it smells like meat in here.
Yo has a bunch of little pastitones, patitas.
You're like hiding your lizard legs.
Has a blanket.
It's like scaly.
When he lives
Like
on
a little
skirt.
green.
When he lifts up his skirt, you have one all the way to the floor.
I meant the blanket. I hate y'all. Hey, what was that word that people on the internet came up for what you guys do?
Riffing.
Riffing.
Oh yeah, I've never heard of that.
Me either.
We're all in fucking.
We're all in sync.
I know.
Like, we're sisters.
No, we're all in fucking Pitch Perfect. Isn't that what riffing is? When you're like singing.
Oh, no, that's synchronizing. All right. Bill Michael Jackson. Fuck you.
Yeah, but they were doing the riffing thing. I caught them.
Bitch, on the
Caught
flesh.
it live.
Fuck you. But yeah, Addie's a reptilian, you guys. That's why if you notice when I was talking about the theory, he was all quiet. He was like,
I know.
He was like, let's see if they figured it out.
Dios.
I know.
I'm all the Men in Black and the reptilian.
You had to like,
That's why y'all brought me on.
I like unzip you.
He was the example. No, Louie, imagine while we're filming, his eyes are looking at each other.
It's a clip on TikTok. I'm like,
Guys are just like,
I like reach out to the person who posted it.
fuck you. That was
That's a
funny.
good one. Okay,
What's
who's
your
next?
other one, Addie? Addie, no?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Mine's a good one, but it's scary.
Okay.
Ooh,
Don't,
I'm ready.
Don't get scared.
Don't leave now.
Put your pants on. Okay. Have you guys ever pooped your pants?
I'm like me right now.
No, have you guys ever had a deja vu?
Yes.
Always.
I love deja vus.
You'll get horny when you get it. You're like, oh.
Sex one.
Like, does something to me? I'm like,
Que un mensaje.
fuck you.
Okay. If you guys love deja vu, you're gonna love this one out.
I think I know which conspiracy you're gonna say, and that's why I love deja vu.
A ver.
Okay, so allegedly, supposedly, briefly, deja vu is you having a memory of a previous life you've lived. So, like, say, not like that specific. I know.
Like, that one's stupid.
So it's supposedly. I'm getting all nervous.
I know.
Okay.
Like, that's wrong. Just kidding.
It might be wrong, you guys. It's a conspiracy. No, so it's like, okay, so you know how we all, it's a conspiracy also that we have lived a lot of the other lives.
Mm-hmm.
Like you've lived another life, I've lived another life.
What about me?
Like, not you.
Just you too.
Like that's you right there.
Bitch in here swimming. So we've all reincarnated.
Right. So a deja vu is like this thing in your brain that is remembering something that happened in your previous life that triggers you to be like, oh, wait, I've lived this before.
Oh, that's scary.
Like, that's still wrong.
That's it.
My lizard leg.
His tail through the middle.
I'm like, that's something else.
I'm all wet.
It's like a little egg.
He's have to keep it warm.
Make sure hen.
little lamp on it.
Now you're the fucking fish from earlier.
Bitch, I'm all 3 in 1, bitch. I'm all chicken, fish, and lizard. Like, that sounds like a good meal. Have you guys ever had gizzards?
Ew, what?
What the fuck is that?
I know, fish.
A gizzard. I'm like,
I don't know what is that.
Is it a food?
It's a lizard
Yeah.
meal.
Yeah.
He's like, it's a little
a-
piece of my meat.
I know. I'm like, I take it all behind my ear. It's like a piece of chicken, I think. Alleged. I
It's
don't
a
know.
lizard.
It's a gizzard. It's like a piece of the chicken's ass.
I'm
just
Oh,
kidding.
serious? I really thought.
All specific.
It's like the little raya.
You're like, you like smell it before you eat it.
It's a fry extra.
It's all crunchy.
No, they are crunchy.
Oh, for
Like
real?
when you fry them, and basically you eat them like a little like chicken strip.
Ew, I've never heard of a.
Where do they sell that?
Yeah.
There's this place in San Antonio called Bush's Chicken. That's why I
Never
think it
heard
is
of that.
chicken, because they're like little gizzards. I don't know. Do y'all know what they are? All right.
Comment down below if you know what a gizzard is.
It's a pig.
Man's gonna show us a pic of a lizard.
I've never heard of that. It literally sounds like a lizard.
That's
kind of thing.
bacon.
A gizzard is a muscular part of a bird's stomach that grinds food. Maybe I'm a lizard.
I'm like, you eat that. Oh, ew, what is that, Addie?
Ew, it's literally a
It's
fucking...
like a little piece of gut, but they probably like dip it and deep fry it.
Bitch, all hungry.
dip in an egg.
I know.
So, oh yeah, look like that. It's deep fried.
Yeah.
Ew,
Ooh.
it's guts, Addie.
Who made those?
He's like, I never had one of those.
You know, I never ate them, but
Ah.
yeah. But anyways,
anyway.
back to Deja Vu.
Yeah.
Okay, so let me be honest. That wasn't part of my conspiracy theory.
Wait, what?
But okay, Deja Vu is part of that. But my original conspiracy theory was all of us have lived another life.
Right.
Yeah.
Like we've all been reborn.
You guys
into,
truly
like-
believe that?
Yeah, do y'all think that?
I used to be like, I wonder, because there's so many different aspects to that. Like if you're religious, you believe in heaven or hell, or if you're like, some people just believe that we like recycle and become somebody else.
Yeah.
But scientifically proven. I'm just kidding.
Norbit?
I know. No, I think the one that made me still believe in like still reincarnation and that we come back and stuff is that like scientifically proven us as humans, we are energy.
We're balls of energy.
We're like balls, man. We can't just be energy.
Like we're little
big
things
balls.
of energy. Yeah.
We're energy, and scientifically proven all energy goes somewhere else. Like
Yeah.
energy is not just evaporate and
Can't
disappears.
just go away.
So in a way, I'm like, well, that energy goes somewhere else, and what if it goes back into another human or into a plant or something? I don't know. I don't know too much about it, but
Yeah, because we could also become things.
yeah. So I was
I'm all
like,
gizzard.
somebody's like,
Somebody's eating you right now. You're having deja vu about talking about it.
for real.
I do believe in like reincarnation and that we're born into, like you guys said, like another, either an animal or another human or a plant. I do believe that because I feel like energy can't just be like,
Yeah.
you know, just like disappear.
And I think that's where the whole ghost thing comes from.
Like
the ones-
energies that are stuck in the in between.
Yeah.
I'm getting chilled.
I'm like,
It's like it's the AC.
I know.
The
Like, oh,
AC
Alex,
just
can you
turned
turn off the AC.
The music stops.
For real. It's like a scary ass background song.
I know.
But yeah, so that's where I feel like it just goes into so many things.
No, literally, I feel like that is like opens a door to so many other questions. Like,
Yeah.
The in between.
But also, oh wait, what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say if you guys watched Insidious.
which
Oh,
one?
yeah.
Oh my god, I hate that
Well,
movie.
all of them, and all of them, they, what do they call it? They don't call it
The
the in
other
between.
side or
They
some
call
shit.
it
Oh,
something.
an alternate universe or something like that.
They call
Basically.
it there's a specific name that they call it, but I feel like overall it's the same thing. Like in Stranger Things, they call it the upside down.
Yeah.
And the in between. It's basically just like the part where it's between heaven and hell when you're transitioning. And some people like just get stuck in there. They're stuck in the in-between.
Or like another one is like, do y'all think we are the only ones living life right now?
Like, what do you mean?
Like,
do you mean?
is there life on another? Because we're
There
like,
has to be.
because if we don't even barely know what's in the ocean, we don't even have any clue what's in space.
Yeah.
No,
there
yeah.
has to
Like,
be.
what if there's
I
another
know we're
me
not
right
the only
now?
one.
I'm all sickening on another planet.
No, there's definitely. Oh, and that reminds me too of like doppelgangers.
Oh, I love
Doppelgangers. I wish I could find my doppelganger.
Me too. You guys help me.
Like mine's
Same.
probably honestly like Mexico somewhere.
Because I've seen
the
people
pyramids.
like tag me in certain things, and then they'll be, "Oh, Louie, this looks like you," and I'm like, "Okay, like looking like someone, that's one thing, but I want to find like my doppelganger."
Your doppelganger.
I believe every single person, and I've seen some people online, like some of our
Yeah.
mutuals, who have been tagged with like people who look exactly like. I'm like, that's trippy as fuck. Like you guys look copy and paste of each other, just like maybe a little different font. But I'm like, I want to find somebody who like I'm gonna see and be like, oh shit.
Like, you know who the fuck? The Victoria Justice and
Oh, yeah.
Elena from Vampire
Genevieve, yeah.
Diaries.
Victoria
Elena
Justice.
Gilbert or something like that.
No.
Oh my God, let me
I
bring
used
her
to
up.
be
Those
that.
two, I swear to God, are the same fucking bitch. And I
Yeah.
always thought so. Yes.
Yeah, they look very. And
They're
then it's
same.
coincidental that she's in the show with vampires and they talk about doppelgangers, but then she has a fucking doppelganger and it's fucking real. But yeah, if you guys can help me find my doppelganger.
Look at these fucking bitches. They're the same girl. I don't care.
Don't they look the
Oh my
same?
Victoria
God.
Justice and Nina Dobrev.
Dobrev.
Dobrev. They're
I
the
dated
same.
Dobrev.
Bitch. They do look the
Or-
same, huh?
Oh my God. Or the girl from the main girl from New Girl and Katy Perry.
Oh yes.
Katy Perry has a lot of David Dobrik's. A lot of doppelgangers. Look up the movie Yes
The one
Man.
from Yes Man. Yes.
Yes, that's the girl I'm
That's the
talking
girl.
about.
Okay, yeah.
Yes. Oh, and Zoe Deschanel or Deschanel.
That's
the
Katy
same
Perry.
bitch. Look.
I want one. You guys help me.
I
really
want my
want a
doppelganger to be a
doppelganger.
girl.
I want mine to be straight. Because I want to
so I can fuck him.
No, so I can see what I would be like. All right.
Girl.
You're a girl in every universe.
Sit down, gay boy.
For real.
There's no chance. Are y'all ready for my last one?
Yes.
Okay.
What category? Scary, nerve-breaking, sexy, hot.
Sexy.
Yeah.
This one is a Disney one. Because you guys know I fucking love Disney.
You've
Allegedly.
already said all the Disney movies.
No, this one I actually haven't, and I just heard it from another podcaster. I don't remember his freaking name. I should have screenshotted when I heard it. But it is from another podcaster who does a lot of conspiracy theories, and he does a lot of like kid shows and stuff that we grew up with and stuff like that. So this one caught my eye just because it was Disney and it was Disney princesses. But allegedly, Disney princesses, psychologists made like a little study about all of the Disney princesses, and they came to a conclusion that they all represent like a disorder.
Princesses?
Yeah, like the
I've
Disney
seen that.
princesses. They all have like a little disorder.
My bad.
For example, the Little Mermaid. What can you, like, if you had to categorize her into a disorder, what would you categorize the Little Mermaid in?
That she can't walk. Or what?
A
She can't
mental
walk.
health disorder.
Oh. Oh wait, that's a disability. Oh, I'm so stupid. I'm not gonna win.
You're like, it's because she has a tail.
Well, it's because you said, well, you were like trying to make it obvious. I was like, well, she can't walk.
No.
I don't know. Oh, doesn't she have like the need to something with men, right? No?
Wait.
Because she like left her family a fuerzas for a guy. That's why she left the ocean. It was something like that,
She wants to be, all right.
no? You're like the it girl.
She's delusional.
The Lulu crazy bitch. Well, you guys are close, but no.
Okay.
So remember, she goes into her little cave of wonders, and she has a collection of a bunch of fucking artifacts. Artifacts. She has a bunch of artifacts, and she has her ship where she goes and she just collects a whole bunch of stuff. Well, according to this theory, allegedly, she has OCD and a hoarder. She represents a hoarder
I was
because
way
if you
off.
look at her little cave of wonders, bitch, she can't walk. When you look at her cave of wonders, she has a shit ton of things that she like refuses to get rid of, and she has like this big ass collection of wonderful things and jingamabobs, and she does. That's what she calls them.
Jingamabobs.
I got plenty. Then she doesn't want to get rid of them until her dad's like, "Girl," and like destroys her little collection.
I hated him.
So she just went on and like collected a whole bunch of stuff to like make her feel better, and those
So
were
she's
her
a
treasures.
hoarder.
So she's a hoarder.
Wow.
She's a hoarder.
I'm like, I have that too.
Okay, let's see if you guys can guess this one.
I'm not guessing no more.
Alice in Wonderland.
Oh.
What does that bitch have?
Isn't no, I'm not even gonna say it.
What?
Wait, okay,
No.
so she's
It's a mental health disorder.
Yeah.
I know which one, but I don't want to say it.
so she is like under the impression that she's like in like a wonderland, right?
She's schizophrenic.
Okay, I knew I was gonna say that.
She's schizophrenic
Yeah.
and she's very like delusional and she hallucinates a lot because like talking caterpillars and you know she sees all these talking rabbits, animals, and she just basically goes into her own wonderland.
But she's not princess.
But she's like
A character,
a character in the
So
Disney.
then just Disney characters.
Disney queen.
Yeah, she's a queen. Okay, I got another one. Let me see.
What about Belle?
I know
Belle.
Belle.
Yes.
What?
What's Belle's?
Belle, her sickness is that she's sickening.
Sickening. This one is kind of a little bit. Louie was talking about the man wanting a man and whatever. Well, kind of has something to do with the little son like that.
Oh, I don't know.
Ew, she's into animals? Well,
She
isn't he
has-
a beast?
She
That's
has
weird.
Stockholm syndrome.
What's
I've never
that?
heard of
So that syndrome is when you basically fall in love with your capturer. And that happens in a lot in real life,
that. Oh my
unfortunately.
god, that one's trippy. I don't like that.
Yeah, that
Oh my God, that
happens
shows.
a lot in real life. Like, unfortunately, a lot of girls, they end up falling in love with like the people who capture them or do something like bad to them. I'm not exactly sure why it happens. I'm sure
Allegedly.
there's like research allegedly, but yeah, and that's a syndrome that they grow and they have that they fall in love with their capture. And if you remember the movie, she gets captured because she wants the beast to spare her dad. So she's like, I'll stay in place. I'll keep me forever. But then at the end, she's around him so much, she ends up falling in love with him.
I
So
don't like
that's
that
her
movie no more.
Oh
disorder.
my god, that's scary.
What about Cinderella? She has OCD.
Cinderella?
Oh wait,
No,
no,
not
not
OCD.
because she didn't clean because she wanted to. She was forced to.
She was forced to, but she does have something from.
Like cleaning.
No, she got something because of her stepmothers and stepsisters.
I'm scared.
She got PTSD,
PTSD.
post-traumatic stress disorder.
No, yeah, but I'm trying to remember what happens in the movie.
Yeah, me too. I haven't seen like Cinderella in forever.
Well, just because she was mistreated basically her whole life, she just got PTSD. Le
But how
quedó
does
la
she show
trauma. She doesn't necessarily show it in the show, but
How do you know?
because of all the shit that her stepmother and stepsister put her through, like that is kind of like showing how a person can get PTSD because they're going through like all that shit. Because she was with her stepmother since she was like 3 years old. Y la maltrató ever since.
That's scary.
Let me see if I have another.
Ew, there's a lizard.
Where?
I saw it. Oh, you guys saw
Yes,
it?
so good that you're
Every time we were
inside.
talking about him,
It was your
I
little
know.
egg. It cracked.
the baby ran out. I was like, finally.
You're like, go, go, go.
He's like, I'll see you later, baby.
I take off the blanket. Ah, my
That's it. Those are all my princesses.
That was scary.
They're
that is
Loquitas.
Yoatzi.
Yeah, I didn't know that about them.
Yeah. You know what other
Winnie the Pooh.
I was gonna say?
Oh yeah, that one I did know, and that one for sure is on the dot.
Winnie the Pooh is on the dot. Can you guys remember what they were?
So, they're like his imaginary friends, no?
Yeah, they're Christopher Robin's imaginary friends, but they all represent like a little mental
It's almost like
disorder.
Inside Out.
Oh
Because
yeah.
aren't they representative of him, of the kid?
Yeah. They're all
Oh.
little parts of him, but they all have a little disorder.
I think Piglet is the one.
Oh, here we go.
Igor is depression.
Yeah, Eeyore is depression.
Or
Igor?
Or Igor. Who's Igor?
Man, the guy that has a hunchback.
No, that's Igor?
Igor, it's the guy that I showed you guys the other day with the little short arms from Nightmare Before Christmas.
Oh. He's not even a part of it. He's like in the back.
Okay.
Theodore.
Winnie the Pooh and mental illness. So Eeyore is allegedly. Eeyore is major depressive disorder, and that's why he's so sad.
I always want to hug him.
Me too.
I want one now.
I am Eeyore.
Abby, you have a little bow on your ass.
It always falls off. My ass always falls off. And Winnie the Pooh has an eating disorder.
Oh, I love Winnie the
That's why he's always with the honey.
At the honey, he can't stop. He's addicted. Look at him.
I want him.
I love him.
And then?
Piglet is anxiety disorder.
Yeah, I knew it.
Pobrecito. He's always like, oh no, he's always thinking and like freaking out. Rabbit is OCD, obsessive compulsive disorder.
Yeah, he's a
if you guys have seen the show, Rabbit is so peculiar about like, don't touch my vegetables, leave them there like they're supposed to be right here. Like he's a little crazy.
The voice you do for him.
I know, that turns into him.
I'm Rabbit.
Don't touch my vegetables.
Owl. It says that owl is narcissistic personality disorder. But I don't know. I don't remember Owl too much. He's not an important character.
Hey.
I don't really remember him. And then the one that really gets me is Tigger. He's ADHD.
Oh, yeah.
Tigger is like bouncing off the walls. Just like going crazy. He's like, calm down. But he can't. And then Christopher Robin has schizophrenia. That's why he imagines all his little friends.
I want to hug all of them.
Me too.
That's
sad
cute.
Yeah, there's actually a library. Oh, I don't remember the location. I'm so stupid. But there's a library where they actually have the OG real Winnie the Pooh stuffed bear.
Wait, what? What do you mean? So this was a real story?
Winnie the Pooh is based off of a boy with his little stuffed bear. And the real bear that this story is based off of is in a library somewhere. And I always send it to men. I'm like, I want to go see him in like real life. But I think they have the bear, the piglet, and Eeyore.
Oh my
they
God,
have,
they're
like, all
real?
three.
Wow.
Yeah, but they look so fucked up. Like, ya están bien viejitos.
I want to see them.
The real Winnie the Pooh was a female black bear named Winnipeg who lived at the London Zoo from 1915 until her death in 1934. No, that's not what I'm talking about, man.
Damn, that was a long ass time ago.
Oh, but these are the real monillos.
I want to see.
Oh, it's in the New York Public Library. There we
better
go.
go see them, man.
Oh.
Look.
You guys better post these. And if you guys don't see it, go spam Alex's Instagram.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
where
man,
the
we'll post
are the
it.
pictures?
It even has Tigger.
I want to see.
Yeah, it has all of the monitos.
I didn't know this
and
was
they're at the
based off a
public
true
library.
story. I'm saving it to your phone right now, Miada.
Isn't it so cute?
Oh, which one's this little one?
That's Piglet.
Oh, I want one.
That's Piglet.
Oh, that's Eeyore.
Yeah, that's Eeyore.
They're so cute.
We're gonna post it on the Pretty Not Smart page for you guys to see.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, hopefully you could go see and get a real picture.
Yeah, I'll be like, yeah, they're all haunted.
Don't say that, but they're there and they've been there for a while. They're so cute, huh?
They're hella
They
cute. I really did not know that Winnie the Pooh was based off of a real story.
Yeah, for real
The
monito.
more you know.
So who's next, Louie?
Go.
Oh my God, remember that TikTok?
Yeah.
Go.
Okay. Oh. Mine is not so much a theory because it's scientifically proven. I write everything I talk about. It's scientifically proven, but the theory is
What's allegedly?
what it means, if it makes sense. So basically, it is scientifically proven. I don't know how much exactly, but that us humans only use a very small portion of our brain.
Right, we know that. Yes.
All right, so our sponsor section.
I was like, dog.
I'm like, are you feeling sick?
Let me call you a doctor, babe.
So we basically only use a portion of our brain, which is proven. But the theory is like what we think we're able to do with that rest of the portion of our brain. And there is a theory that if we were to use more of our brain, we'd be like dolphins, where we turn into them. No, where we can connect through our mind, telekinesis, or what is it called?
Telekinesis.
Is it telekinesis? No, isn't that when you move something?
Yeah, telekinesis.
Oh,
when you can move
But that
stuff.
too, that's a theory too, that we'd have telekinesis. We'd have what dolphins have, which is like we'd be able to communicate through sound or through like
Waves.
or
Yeah.
wavelengths or something, which is basically sound.
Through like sound waves.
And just like other kind of like quote unquote powers that come with if we were able to use more of our brain.
But like, how do I access it?
I know, and that's the thing,
Driving
like
me crazy.
because like if when like the scientific shit, when they say that we only use part of it, I'm like, well, how do we get to use like more of it? Because have you guys ever watched the movie Lucy?
Yes, I love.
Oh my god,
that
Eddie,
movie.
please watch that one.
Lucy.
You guys, if you haven't watched the movie Lucy,
it's with Scarlett Johansson.
Oh, I love her.
it's such a good movie because it basically shows, I don't want to spoil it for you, but it's basically shows how this girl ends up using 100. Well, when she gets to the point to using 100% of her brain, she basically is not real anymore. But the whole movie shows the new abilities and powers that she's able to obtain as she starts using more of her brain.
More and more of her brain.
And it's like, oh my god, you guys have to watch that. And I feel like ever since I heard of this theory of like what would happen if we could use more of our brain, and then that movie came out, it just fascinated me so much because I was like, our brains are very powerful. Like when we really look into a human being, like it's really easy for us to just like look at each other and we're like, oh, like you're human. But then I'm like, literally, like our brain is controlling where we're looking, what we're eating, when we're walking, like all of those things. So I'm like, and if we're only able to use that small portion, imagine if we're able to use all of it.
And
like,
we're all like, we talked about it earlier, we're all energy beams.
Yeah.
Like, I will never say this enough, but like we attract what we put out. So I feel like if you really, really want something, you have to like literally manifest it to like its fullest potential and like constantly talk about, you don't have to talk about it to other people, but talk about what you want to do in your dreams in your head and like say them out loud, kind of like a little ritual. And eventually I really truly feel like they will come true.
It's also like if you guys have heard when people are like, please be kind to yourself. And it's not just a saying. It's not just like, be nice. It's like if you are constantly saying negative things to yourself, your brain is a very powerful brain tool that we have that you put yourself in that and you start believing or acting or living in that way. So it's like if you're being mean to yourself or you're constantly saying bad stuff or like, oh, I'm so fucking stupid or like,
You're gonna
I
start
look so
believing
ugly.
that
Like it's just your
stuff.
brain is like listening to the things that you are saying. So that's why people are very always like, be nice to yourself and be kind to yourself because what you put into your own body is like what you project. Or the same thing with ¿cómo se llama? Oh fuck, I lost.
Have you guys seen that trend on TikTok? It's a little sad.
What?
The one where they say like, I had lunch with my like 10-year-old self today.
Yes.
Oh yeah, those are cute.
I've like tried to kind of like think about it and do it for myself, but I can't.
It's scary, huh?
It gives me a lot of anxiety and I don't know what emotions it's gonna bring out. But I feel like at some point we should all definitely have like a little meeting with our younger self and see what it does.
I
That's
did
scary.
that.
You did it?
Yeah, and I like cried.
Oh,
Because I get very overstimulated. I sometimes very easily tell myself that I'm not doing enough or I'm not doing good enough or whatever. But there was this one time where I was like, I was really sad. I was just like in bed and I had a really shitty day and I was like telling myself a bunch of shit. And I remembered I had seen a TikTok where it was like, I remember it was one where it was like, try to have like a picture of yourself when you were little and have it somewhere where you're like constantly looking at it and like be nice to yourself. But I remember I was telling myself so much shit. Like I was just in bed. I couldn't go sleep. It was like 2, 3 a.m. And I was like bashing myself for being like, oh my God, like where's my life going? Like it was just like a lot of stuff.
Damn.
And then I remember that TikTok. So then I just like try to channel like my younger self. And then I got really emotional, but like in a happy way. Because I was like, it's so easy for me to like bash myself and look at like the bad things. But then I was like, if little younger me was like here right now and I was talking to him, I feel like I truly do believe like little younger me would be like really proud of what I've done.
Like I feel like really happy.
Yeah, and like just like I don't know, I almost saw it as like I was talking to myself and like younger me was congratulating older me and like not letting me see like not to focus on like the bad and be like, no, look at all the things that you've done and like I'm proud of you about. And it made me like emotional because I needed to hear that. And like hearing it from quote unquote yourself Because then it's like if you look at yourself, you're like, yeah, fuck you. That's just me.
No, you fucking bitch.
But then when I saw it from like a mini me, where I was like, I had all these like dreams and goals and like aspirations, and I was like, oh, okay, I feel better. Like I'm not doing so bad.
Don't cry.
There's something in my eye.
He's like the fucking pollen from the mail.
Yeah, for real.
Fucking AC still. No, I do have like going kind of like piggybacking off of that. All right. I feel like recently I've been experiencing like a lot of triggers with my anxiety, and I always correlate it, or like in the back of my head I picture my younger self.
Yeah.
And I kind of like start having this like empathy towards my younger self. Like I just feel like so sad, and it like triggers my anxiety and like a little bit of my depression. Because I just like, I wish I can hug my younger self.
Yeah.
Me
And
too.
I feel like it takes such a toll on me, because I'm like, I don't know, I just feel like I would have been nicer to myself back then. I would have been like more just like caring and like, you know, just
And I think we should think about that like on a daily, because we're still super young. We're still really, really young. So eventually we're going to get to like our 80s and shit. And it's going to be like the same thing. Like, fuck, I wish I was more gentle to myself when I was like in my mid 20s and my like 30s, you know?
Yeah.
So that's your reminder to still be super gentle to yourself, because we're still basically like little mocosos in a way. We're still really young.
You know which one also makes me really emotional? More emotional than me talking to myself.
Oh, but loquito, you're like, I'm talking to yourself.
Hey, I'm like, all right. No, this one always hits hard.
I'm scared.
I'm scared.
I don't want to get emotional. I'm pregnant.
No, it's really emotional.
Let's go. We're like, vámonos.
I hate this one, but I love it, and it's something that I tell myself a lot. And it's basically being like, it'll happen when I look at my parents a lot, and it's basically being like, be nice to your parents because it's their first time living life as well.
Yes, I love that one.
That one breaks my heart, because I'm like, they're experiencing life obviously the same way that we are, but
For
I
their
was just
first
like,
time.
they're just out here enjoying it. And they're like, you know, like they're also working, but they're doing everything. But I'm like, I don't know. It's just, I don't like that.
You know what that makes me think of? So when we used to go out a lot more as kids, my mom wanted to take pictures of everything. When we're at Disneyland, we'd take us to Gilroy Gardens, anything pictures, and we'd be like, Mom, we'd be like, yeah, like, we want to go on a ride.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, una foto más. And we're like, we'd get so irritated. But then I saw that and I was like, oh, she's living life for her first time too. And she wants to like gather as many pictures as she wants. And we're like, we're all giving her shit. Yeah, but it made me think of that a lot. Yeah. And like now every time she's recording, I'm like, she's cute. Yeah, like every time.
Let her.
Yeah, let her do her thing.
Yeah, that one's really cute and I love it. Just like they're also just enjoying life.
Yeah, for their first time.
Forever.
Like,
the podcast turned a very crazy turn. It went from like din to like
when did it get to that?
Before we end it, we have to all say something we love about ourselves.
Okay.
Just one quick thing.
Even
y'all comment it, right?
Yeah.
What do y'all love about yourself?
Comment something you love about yourself.
You guys start.
No, you start.
No,
I'll start.
I know.
He's like, I love everything about myself.
Y'all got time?
Yeah, for
okay,
real.
you go, Addie.
I love my... All right, it's not even true.
I'm like, wait.
Like, who said that? No, I love my ability to make people smile.
Oh, that's such a powerful one, Addie.
And they're all just laughing at me.
I remember like one of the first times I met Addie and I was like, Addie, are you always this funny? Like, are you funny? Or are you funny? Like, have you always been naturally this funny? He's like, why? I didn't even think I was funny. I was like, what the fuck, Addie? You're so funny.
Yeah, I love that about Addie. You always bring a good laugh to the
Has
table.
there ever been anyone you couldn't make laugh? What? The reptile leg.
It's all your third leg.
Has a face on it. Wait, what'd you ask me?
Has there ever been a time you couldn't make someone laugh?
Straight man.
Did it piss you off? You're like, bitch, don't lie. It's funny.
Actually, no, I could make a straight man laugh too.
I'm like, I'm sure you can.
No, yeah, there's been times like my teachers.
Well, they have to. They're laughing inside.
No,
They
remember
have
that
to be
one time?
serious.
Remember that one time we went to go eat pho with the nails? There's this lady that works at this place that we love to go to, and Adam has tried like multiple
Wait, the one that you
times.
took me to?
Yeah,
Bitch.
she's really seria, right?
I've seen it live in 3D.
but she's like, it's because we can't read
She's
her.
super serious.
She's super serious, but she's nice to us. Like,
Yeah.
she'll be like, hi, like, table for two, like, whatever.
Yeah.
But, like, it's gotten to a point where me and Addie go there so much. And
like,
recently, Addie went, and he had, like, his little fruta nails. And she was like, oh, like, nice nails. Like, can I see them? And Adam's going like this. And she's like, oh, they're really pretty. And he goes, ah, or something like, pretending to, like, and she just stares at him like,
She's like, oh, you tried scaring me?
yeah.
And I was
but
like,
she didn't even like laugh or like giggle. She was just like, oh, you tried scaring me. And
but
Adam
like,
was like,
you could tell it was friendly. I was like, yeah.
yeah, like
she was
Adam was
like,
like, yeah, because he was like, yeah, look, like blah blah, and she was like, they're so pretty. He's like, thank you, and then like she's like kind of holding his hand, and he goes, hey. And then she goes like, okay.
No,
like,
I saw, and
awkward.
I was cracking up. They invited us to like this little dinner. My parents went too. Es cuando me enchilé bien feo con el chile.
Oh,
At the pho. And I was cracking up the whole time because the server bien seria, and Addie would just be cracking jokes the whole time, like, or like, or just saying jokes, and she's just kind of like, like she just does not laugh. And I was like, bitch, how is this bitch so serious right now?
She's like, not funny.
No,
She
literally
pours
like
the
that. She's like, can you fucking leave? No, that shit is so funny.
But yeah, I love that quality about you.
Yeah.
Don't ever change.
Something I love about myself. Well, something that that I love right now is my body's ability to grow a little hair.
Oh, yeah, that's very beautiful.
Just the way that I don't understand, but my body is able to grow life inside me and provide all the little nutrients for my baby.
Literally.
For 9 whole months.
No.
That
I'm
is like a
learning-
superpower.
Yeah, I'm learning to be gentle to myself and my body because I'm so grateful that my body's able to do this.
Yeah.
So I have to be gentle with myself right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine growing some cute.
What if your baby is like your baby, you're all right. You could be creating the doctor that fixes the worst thing ever, you know?
Right.
I know.
Like, wow, you want to
We're really all proud, Tia.
I know. When the baby's born out, he's like, oh, like the Lion King.
Let's see for mine. Like anything that we love about ourselves?
Yeah.
I know that's what I said earlier. I was like, my butt. I'm just kidding. I don't know if this one counts or how I would word this one, but I love my dedication.
Yeah, that counts.
Yeah, it counts. Yeah, I love being like dedicated to I feel like I love to challenge myself and I love to prove to myself that I can do things, whether it's like really hard or like financial things or goals or just like with my own self.
Yeah.
And I like that because I feel like it's my way of proving to myself that I show up for myself.
Good job.
And not everybody has that ability, so that you should be very proud of that.
Yeah, that's a really hard one to achieve.
Yeah, I like that one. I could do better, but
Cast some money.
It's okay.
I feel like your ability to provide.
Money.
But yeah, that was cute. And if you guys are comfortable, we'd love to hear what you're happy about.
What do you love about yourself?
Damn, this episode was crazy. It went all over.
It
It was
was a
definitely like a
good
mind-opening one.
Yes.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming, Addie.
Yeah.
Like therapy.
Ah, bro, you leave more sad.
You're
Fucking
like,
damn
"You're-"
it. He's gonna text Alex like, you delete the whole episode.
While you're like leaving, there's like a little bow in your butt.
No, on his lizard tail.
All these characters. I have my baby egg.
And
If
he's gonna
you,
go get his baby lizard outside.
No, we go outside and they're all over your car.
I'm That's nasty.
If Adam doesn't do a lizard Halloween costume this year, come for him.
Somebody please, an SFX person.
Yeah.
Special effects
Like I want to see
person.
you like on like a tree bark.
Under a light.
All naked.
Bitch, you're like a all white one.
She's an albino lizard.
Hey,
The main pig is like me with my ass.
The main pig. Bitch.
That would actually be sickening. So if anybody could turn him into a lizard, let us know.
Yeah, that'd be really cool. All right. You're like, that's so stupid.
Like, okay. Bye,
You're
you
like, and the
guys.
epi. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into another episode. And again, Addie, thanks for joining us. And we love having you on here.
Thank you for having me.
You are part of the PNS squad.
Yes,
and
you
they
are.
request you at all times.
They actually want you to just take over. And
Yeah. Like, they don't even want me to
Next
do
week
it.
is just me.
I know. Me and her on a trip.
Yeah. It's just daddy.
The whole time I'm like,
It's just you breathing. You're like,
He's just giving little.
you're like,
the intro.
He's
No,
gonna
at
be,
the very end.
he's gonna what?
I know, sorry.
Bitch.
Yoatzi.
I'm done. I can't. I'm gonna
Get the
poop out
fuck out.
Bartholomew.
Babe, I'm like, yay!
He's out.
All right. Thank you guys so much for listening, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Bye.